So in the last video we have discussed about take screenshot abstract method, which really did not help us in taking the complete screenshot of the website espncricinfo.com in the Chrome browser. So as a workaround, we are going to take the help of the JavaScript executor. Um, Again, the way that we do it is trying to typecast our driver to JavaScript executor and take one of those methods and take help of some JavaScript coding. So I'm going to show you that, but before that I want to walk you through what are the things that we are going to do. So the very first thing that we are going to do is that typecast our driver to a JavaScript executor as a first step, and in the second step we are going to use one of the methods, a synchronous method that will help us accept any JavaScript code that we write. So we are going to use these three JavaScript codes. Okay, the first one is we will get we take the help of window.scroll to. This is nothing but this method will help you to scroll to a particular x and y coordinates that you supply. Okay, and we have two methods from the document object, scroll height and client height. I'm going to explain you in a minute what exactly are these. So let me launch or open the Chrome browser, and here I have as usual my favorite site espncricinfo.com. So I'm on this page. So the to get this console, the Google Chrome console, all you have to do is that either press Command Option I if you are on the Mac, or I think if you are on the Windows, Control Alt I. Okay, so press that and you will get this. If not, go to this kind of a burger icon that you will see here. Click on that and go to More Tools and select Developer Tools. Both will give you the same option. Okay, and if you are not interested to see this here, click on this and you can take this out of this particular document or the window, or if you want you can place it to the right side. Okay, so I'm fine with placing it at the bottom. And one very important reason why I like this website is not just because I'm a huge cricket fan, but also the way the site is designed. This is a responsive website. Okay, and how can I be very sure if this is a responsive site or not? There are many ways. Just go to google.com and search is my website responsive or not. Okay, and you will get a lot of this. So just open the first one and copy the link here. Okay, just give the link here and click on go, and there are a lot of options, how it looks like on a desktop. Okay, this is how it is currently looking. If you see this is how it looks on our screen right now. And if you decrease it, on iPad, how does it look like? So this is how it looks like on iPad, and on an iPhone it looks like this. In a portrait mode it looks like this. So this is a very good website, and if you are able to automate a lot of the features in this, then I would say that you are pretty close to excellent automation tester, right? Okay, so let's now try to concentrate on the things that we want to discuss. Okay, the first thing that I want to discuss is window.scroll to. Okay, window.scroll to, and if you see here, you have two parameters that you can pass. One is the x coordinate and the other is y coordinate. If I give 0.0, it will take you to the top. You see that this is where the page starts. Okay, so the control is right now at this place. Okay, and if I say scroll to, if I give because if you see here, we don't have any x coordinate, right? We don't have a scroll bar in the x coordinate, so you can pretty much give 0. And in the y coordinate, if I say 1000, okay, and if I press enter, just see where what's happening. Okay, see that it has scrolled to some location, which means that at this point it is 1000. Okay, so that is how using this method we are going to scroll. The next thing is using the document objects document element. Okay, and in that I'm going to take a couple of methods. The first one is scroll height, because we don't have to get the scroll width, because we are not going to move on an x coordinate. Okay, on only on the y coordinate we want to move and take the screenshot. So if I say scroll height, I'm going to get the scroll height here. Okay, I'm going to get the scroll height here. So you might be confused what exactly is the scroll height and all, right? So if I navigate to the bottom, okay, just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so scroll height is nothing but the total height of this web page. Okay, and if I say document element, the last method that we have to use is the client height. Okay, so client height is nothing but whatever the viewport. Okay, earlier we discussed, right? So in this case the viewport is this, whatever that is visible. Okay, so if I press enter, you see that it's 378, but if I reduce this one, okay, and if I say enter, now it is 463. Okay, and if I increase this to this, then it is 207. So whatever that is visible is what it is taking it as client height. So we are going to take advantage of these three methods, and we are going to take the entire page screenshot. But remember, not in one go, we will be taking multiple screenshots. So the very first thing that, as I told, we have to do is that we have to convert it into JavaScript executor, the driver to JavaScript executor. Okay, so we do like this, JavaScript executor, and I will take executor as an object. Okay, and I have to import that. And once we have imported this, the very first thing that we will do is that, to make sure that okay, let me say executor dot, and these are the two methods that I was talking about: execute asynchronous script and execute synchronous script. So we are going to take advantage of this, and the only first parameter is mandatory, the second parameters are optional. So we are going to remove that, we don't need to have that. So here is where actually we are going to pass the JavaScript. Okay, you can pass JavaScript inside these brackets, sorry, inside these double quotes. So the first thing that we would do is that window dot scroll to, and I'm going to say I want to scroll to 0.0. So this is where actually I want to scroll to. Okay, if you are not sure, if you do not remember these methods, don't worry, just go to your Chrome and just copy this. That's it. Okay, it's as easy as that. The next thing that we have to do is that again I'll say executor dot execute script, and the second thing that I want to do is that I want to take these two, the scroll height and the client height, I want to capture those. Okay, so for that you say document dot document element dot client height. Okay, so what you have to do is that it has to return this. So you just return this, and because that it might return sometimes the screen, it might be like, just to take an example of Facebook. Okay, the client height might be small, but the scroll height, it will be huge. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we are going to take this as long. Okay, I'll say long, and I will say this is client height. Okay, so we are good with that. And the next thing is that I'll just copy this, and now I'll say have taken client height. Now we have to take scroll height. Scroll height. So scroll height will give me the total length, the total y coordinate of this web page. Client height will give me the viewport, the thing, the height, the exact height that we are able to view. Okay, so I got both these now, right? The next thing that I have to do is to ensure that I take a screenshot of each and every viewport. Okay, and it has to scroll. So for that I want to run in a while loop. um, I'll tell you what exactly I'm trying to do here in the while loop. What I'm trying to do is that I'll take the scroll height. Okay, and I'm going to say, as long as the scroll height is not 0, just keep running this, just keep running this. And I'm going to what I'm going to do is that I'm going to subtract the scroll height from the client height. I'll explain you. Okay, don't worry about this. I'm going to explain you. And for each iteration I want to increase this. Okay, so let me say this. Okay, so right now we are here, we are fine with this. The next thing that I have to do is that using the window dot scroll to, okay, I have to navigate further and take screenshots. Okay, for that I'm going to do execute script, and this doesn't have to return anything, it just have to scroll to the place that we want to do. Scroll to. Okay, you don't need to give anything in the x coordinate, but in the y coordinate we are going to pass something. Okay, and what is that we are going to pass is what we are going to discuss in this. So in this we got the client height, right, which is nothing but the initial client height. Okay, so I'm going to take that client height. Okay, did I do something wrong here? Okay, I want to concatenate this. Okay, I want to take that client height and multiply it with each iteration. So I'll just take some random value, int x equal to 1 here. So this would, in the first iteration it will multiply with 1 star I, sorry, star x. Okay, so in the first run it will scroll to window dot scroll to. Let's see what exactly, if I minimize this to this, and if I try to run here, let me say document dot um, document element dot client height. Okay, if I say that, it's not giving me here, it's 567 approximately. You can add this also, it might come to around 600 or 700. Okay, so the very first thing that it will do is that it will take the scrolling to 0.0, and the client height is the initial client height. Okay, so we are going to take that screenshot, and after the first screenshot, so I want to take the screenshot, right? So here I am going to take the screenshot, and yeah, so this has to throw. So I'll just instead of using try catch, I'm just throwing it the IO exception. Okay, so I want to take this screenshot, right? So let me say if I want to pass x here. Okay, so I'll tell you what exactly I'm trying to do. So under selenium I will say I want to create a test, and I will say I Okay, I'll explain you what I'm trying to do here. Okay, what I'm trying to do is that for each and every screenshot that it takes, I'm embedding it the value of x here, so that the first screenshot would be test1, the second screenshot test2, like that. Okay, so in the first run, when the control comes here, it goes to here and it will take the screenshot and it will save it as test1. And after that, the control comes over here and it will see that the scroll, it will see scroll to, it will say 0. So on the x coordinate it will not move, but on the y coordinate we are multiplying it 1, right, with x. So the first time it sees that 1, so it will multiply the same, and it will whatever the client height it has returned, so it will scroll to that particular client height. Okay, and then we are subtracting the scroll height from the client height. Okay, because we have already captured that part of the client height in our screenshot, so that is why I'm just subtracting the scroll height. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to increment. Okay, I'm going to increment the value of x here. Okay, so this might get be confusing, so let me try to run this and hope that it will be clear for you. um, just give me a second, let me format this. All right, so we are here, so it will launch, hopefully that it will do everything fine. Just give it a second, and if I open this, you will see that okay, I think it might fail. It might fail. I'll tell you why it is failing. Right, it got failed. Right, it says that unknown runtime exception, argument list, etc., etc. The reason that it is failing is that when we have captured the first time, right, and it is scrolling to this page, then we are trying, it's running very fast, right. So it's not able to wait for even that few seconds. So what I want to do is that uh, I'm just saying, giving a sleep of 5 seconds here. Okay, I have added this. Okay, so hopefully this time it should not fail. So let's see what happens. Okay, if I try to open now, okay, it is launching. It has taken the first screenshot. Hold on a second, what's happening here? Runtime evaluate through exception. Syntax missing after argument list. Where we are missing that? Screenshot 39. Oh, yeah, I think we are missing it here, right? So I have to close this. Okay, I have to close this. Sorry about that. So did we complete it properly? Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think that is fine. So we have concatenated that. So if I try to run this now, it's launching. So it will wait for a few seconds, because initially also we have given a sleep of 5 seconds. So it has taken the first screenshot, and you see that it is scrolling, right? It is scrolling and it is taking screenshot. Then it waits. It scrolls, it takes screenshot, then it waits. It takes the screenshot, it rolls, then it waits till the time it reaches the scroll height to 0, or it is less than 0, whatever. Okay, just give it a second. Yes, there we are. I have not closed the browser, right? So that is the reason why it is still showing here, but if you see, the execution has completed. Okay, so I'm going to close this now, and I have stored that inside my selenium in questions. Okay, I oh my god. Now if I refresh this, you will see a huge list of files. Okay, you see that it's saved in test 1, 2. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, I forgot to do that, so let me close this. Let me delete this, and what I am going to do is that I will say screens. Okay, and inside that I want to save these files. Now if I try to run this again, just give it a second. Hold on a second, it should not take a lot of time. Okay, so it is scrolling. We're fine with that. Okay, let it complete. It will take a few seconds because we have given sleep of 5 seconds, right? 5000 milliseconds. So it's a huge amount of time, and it will take a little bit of time to complete this. Okay. And by the way, IPL is starting from Saturday. I hope you guys are going to watch and have great fun time. I'm really excited about that because this time I see that England players are also there, and also a couple of New Zealand players. Really going to be very exciting IPL. All right, we have completed this, and if I try to refresh this now, just give me a second. Okay, yeah, I really suck at this. Okay, it should not be like this, but yeah. Anyhow, I hope that you got this right. So instead of folder, just give it in a file. Okay, so we got all these screenshots. Okay, so this is how it works, and I'm trying to stitch this, but for some reason, I'm having some trouble. Hopefully by the end of this video series, I I hope that I find this some solution to stitch all this into one file. That's all. Please leave me your comments, feedback, or any questions that you have in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye.